Chair Padish, would you like for me to start? Chair Padish, would you like for me to start? I think you're on mute. Chair Padish? Your mic is on mute. We'll wait a couple of minutes so that he could get back on. Looks like he dropped off.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Anna, let's try it again.
Okie doke. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Ana Armenta. I am the Arizona Racing Commission Secretary. Today is June 11th, 2026. This is the 748th regular meeting, Arizona Racing Commission meeting, taking place Google Meet. I will do the roll call. Chair Padish,
Present.
Vice Chair Zucker,
Present.
Commissioner Coolidge, Commissioner Coolidge, Commissioner Coolidge, I think your mic is off. Commissioner Fritz Contreras,
Present.
Chair Padish, would you like for us to move forward while Commissioner Coolidge fixes the mic? We have a quorum with the 3 so far.
Yes, as we have a quorum, let's move forward.
Okay, the floor is yours, Chair.
Well, thank you. Calling to order the 748th Arizona Racing Commission meeting of today's date, June 11, 2026. If any commissioners have any conflicts of interest regarding agenda items, please identify the conflict at this time. Starting with me, I have no conflicts.
No conflicts here.
This is Candace French Contreras. I have no conflict.
Seeing as we have no conflicts that would disqualify or potentially disqualify any commission members, we'll move on to agenda item C. That is review and discussion and possible action of the following. 1, legal update regarding the Sims versus Sims case. Do we have somebody from the department, or do we have counsel here who can? Yeah, there you are, Chris.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, outside counsel is here, and I would ask that the commission vote to go into executive session so I can advise the commission on item C1.
folks, I apologize for immediately jumping into executive sessions when we just began this. But let's go ahead and vote to go into executive session, and I would make that motion.
This
This
is,
is,
go ahead, go ahead.
thank you, Candace. Commissioner Zucker here, and I second that motion.
Thank you. With the motion by Commissioner, Chair Padish and Commissioner Zucker, a second by Zucker, I will call the roll. Chair Padish,
Yes.
Vice Chair Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Coolidge is Mike.
Yes.
Oh, there you are. Thank you. Commissioner French Contreras,
Yes.
with the total of 4, we will go into executive session. Looks like we have everyone back in. Would you like for me to do the roll call?
Yes, please.
Chair Patton,
Present.
Vice Chair Zucker,
Present.
Commissioner Coolidge,
Present.
Commissioner French Contreras.
Present.
Thank you. We have a quorum. It is 10:40 a.m.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience while we discussed the Sims case in executive session. As many of you know, Chris Herring is outside counsel for the department or the commission in regard to this particular case. And Mr. Herring, if you will, are you able to summarize the current procedural posture of this case following the Supreme Court decision?
I had it on mute. I apologize for that. Certainly, Mr. Chair. The Arizona Supreme Court issued an opinion in May that overturned the Arizona Court of Appeals decision granting Ron Sims a racing license. The matter will be remanded to the Superior Court to decide the merits of Mr. Sims's application under a brand new standard of review that the Supreme Court has set forth in its opinion. I would expect that the mandate from the Supreme Court will be issued by the end of next week, and that we will be back before the Superior Court in July to determine some scheduling and procedural matters, and then ultimately brief the issue of Ron's entitlement to a license.
Thank you. Let's then move on to item C2 on the agenda. In that regards, the simulcast agreements pursuant to ARS 5-112U in regard to Skyfall LLC doing business as Turf Paradise with Colonial Downs, Del Mar Park, Ellis Park, Fairgrounds, Gulfstream Park, Redema Park, and Wyoming Downs. Does the department have a report or an update?
Yes, good morning, Chairman Paddish, commissioners and attendees. Brian Duncan, Racing Enforcement Manager for the department. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. Items C2A1 through 7, all contracts have been supplied and reviewed. They all look to be in order. The department would recommend the 5-112U contracts for items 1 through 7 for turf be approved.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion by my fellow commission members?
No, thank you.
Is there a motion for approval of these agreements to be made?
Chair, I'll make a motion regarding the simulcast agreements to pursuant to ARS 5-112U, A 1 through 7 be approved.
Mr. Zucker?
I wish to second that approval.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner French Contreras and a second by Vice Chair Zucker. I will call the roll. Chair Paddish,
Yes.
Vice Chair Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner French Contreras.
Yes.
Thank you. With a total of 4 yeses, that motion passes.
Item C3 on the agenda, it regards the simulcast horse racing import signals pursuant to IHA section 3004 sub A3 between Skyfall 7 LLC doing business as Turf Paradise and the same 7 racetracks as identified in item C2A on this agenda. In order to move things along, I would move, strike that. Is there a department report on these?
Thank you, Chairman Paddish. There's no updates, just that items 1 through 6 are still missing documentation. Item 7, Wyoming Downs, is complete. So the department would recommend that item 7, Wyoming Downs, be approved. And then items 1 through 6 be conditionally approved pending the rest of the documentation being received from the permittee.
Thank you. Any commission members have questions or comments? Mr. Zucker?
Thank you, sir. I wish to question Fair Meadows. Their anticipated date is tomorrow, June 6th. And I would like to ask Mr. Duncan, what is missing in that application? And can it realistically turn around today for their anticipated date to begin tomorrow?
Thank you, Chairman. I'm gonna look it up real quick and see which ones are missing on that item. Real quick. And it looks like for Fair Meadows, the Arizona HBPA and the host commission are missing. And if Turf Paradise can get them turned in, it should be no problem.
Excellent. Thank you for addressing that.
Thank you. Good catch, Jay. Any other commission members? I'll move that the simulcast horse racing import signal pursuant to IHA section 3004A3 proclaiming Skyfall 7 LLC doing business as Turf Paradise in the same 7 racetracks as previously identified be approved as follows. Racetracks with numbers 1 through 6 be conditionally approved upon them submitting the appropriate documentation to the department, and racetrack, which is identified as number 7, Wyoming Downs, be given full approval.
Chair, do we need to do that as 2 separate motions?
I'm comfortable with this.
Okay. I'll second that then.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have a motion by Chair Pattis and a second by Commissioner French Contreras. I will call the roll. Chair Pattis,
Yes.
Vice Chair Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner French Contreras,
Yes.
with a total of 4. We conditionally approve 1 through 6 and approve number 7.
Thank you. Item D on the agenda are the information reports, beginning with general updates from the department. Mr. Duncan?
Yes, sir, Chairman Pattis. I just have a few quick updates to share. I'm sure Turf Paradise Management will probably also have some additional information. But from the department's perspective, the progress on the backside continues to move positively forward. Some of the current work that I've been witnessing includes leveling of the areas between the barns, removing old bedding material from the stalls, and then replacing it with a layer of lime, some clean fill dirt to raise and improve the stall floorings. The turf team is also looking at some of the few electrical issues, which include related to the timer system. And then there's electrical service in Cairo. Again, the department does continue to meet with regularly with turf management, so we can still maintain that strong collaboration going forward throughout the entire project. And then lastly, I do want to thank turf management and their team for helping the department move forward, upgrading our licensing area, especially since many of these upgrades are going to be needed, and it should help benefit the operations and the staff, but also the licensees in the long term. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Do my commission members have any questions for Mr. Duncan?
Chevys and a little Dodge.
Nice.
So that's what I did. I bought a big one for the dually.
Yeah, somebody's,
We'll just say
there we go.
dually and use it for the Chevys.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Gale, yeah, there you go. Track safety report, Dr. Gale?
Yes, thank you, Chair Pettish and commission members. Just a brief report. I've got another meeting at 11 I need to attend. Kind of echoing what Brian had said, I want to be sure to say thank you. We had monthly safety committee meetings. That committee was made up of members from track management, the horsemen owners, trainers, jockeys, the medical staff, veterinary staff, and state officers. And we met monthly and had discussions about topics ranging from veterinary issues, track surface issues, any other type of safety concerns, all in the effort of promoting safety during the race meet. And so again, there's some of the things that are being done on the backside of the track in terms of improving or acquiring new equipment. And then also some plans for doing some drills to prepare for on-track emergencies in the next fall meet have come out of this. There isn't a report that is required by HISA that I'm in process of drafting and should be able to share that with the commission at your next meeting. I think you might find that interesting. The only other thing I'm going to bring up, just currently, just as a general interest note, I'm currently working with the Department of Agriculture. There's an animal health issue that some may have heard about in the news. It's a parasite called screwworm. Just general comments that I want to make. It is currently not in Arizona. The closest it has come into the United States this past week in Texas, in one case on the Texas-New Mexico border. So it's still some ways away from the state here. It is a parasite. It's a fly that leaves larvae, but instead of leaving it on decaying material or manure, it lays its eggs on living animals, and then the maggots actually feed on living tissue. So it's a dangerous parasite, but it is treatable. And the other point I want to make is that there's no impact on food safety. So the animals are inspected that wind up becoming food, and this is not going to be a problem entering the food supply. And again, just the Department of Agriculture here does have plans ready if those become necessary to implement. And again, there's a great deal of information. The USDA has a website dedicated to this parasite, and it's named screwworm.gov. So again, that's something you could easily Google and find, and there's information for everyone from ranchers to horsemen to pet owners, etc. So I just I wanted to make mention of that. The last thing, again, I did send something on that I thought would have been in your packets, and I'm not sure if it was. It was kind of the final tally of the breakdowns that we had during the meet. The final results for this meet, we had 5 horses, 2 quarter horses, 3 thoroughbreds. 5 thoroughbreds, 2 quarter horses, so a total of 7 that had fatal, catastrophic either injuries or in 2 cases, it was more of a medical issue. So our rate for this year was 1.04, slightly up from last year. We had 4 fatalities last year, 5 this year. However, the chart that I had wanted to share showed that in 2018, 2020, in those years, we were over 3 per 1,000. And we were running about 7,000 starts. So you can imagine that's quite a high number, more than what we've had the last couple of years, and it's been coming down steadily since that time. That's the end of my report. I'd be happy to take any questions.
I don't see any commission members with questions. Thank you, Dr. Gale, for that very thorough report. little more than I wanted to know about screwworm disease, but I appreciate the detail regardless.
Thank you.
Budget report, Andrew Hawks.
Good afternoon. This is Andrew Hawks with the Department of Gaming. Chair and Commissioners, I'll present the budget report. We'll not be talking about any worms in my portion. The cash balance through the end of May was approximately $2.8 million in the racing fund. Total revenues year to date were approximately $1.7 million. And we spend out of the racing fund through 3 different appropriations. The main appropriation that we operate out of had spent approximately $1.5 million year to date. We did pay the full calendar year 25 HISA assessment in the amount of $746,000. And we had also paid out all $250,000 of the Breeders' Awards through May. Next slide. And this chart represents our spend year to date in the black columns compared to the purple columns from the previous year. And it is well within the appropriation, which is our max spending authority. So all is well. And this chart represents the growing cash balance in the racing fund through May. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Andrew. I don't have any.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Legislative report. Jessica, are you with us? I thought I saw you on my here.
I am, Chair.
Thank you.
I do not have an update at this time. I didn't have an update at the time the agenda was published. So I will have a full update for you guys post legislative session for the next commission meeting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Report on the HISA. Leroy?
Yes, Chair Pattish, Commissioners, staff, Leroy Guessman with the HPPA. Just this morning, we heard that the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit reissued its prior opinion that the National HPPA's case against HISA reinforced the enforcement structure violates the Constitution's private non-delegation doctrine. The court again found a constitutional defect in the authority's enforcement powers. The court held that HISA improperly grants Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority the ability to investigate participants, issue subpoenas, conduct searches, levy fines, and seek injunctions without sufficient oversight from the FTC. So, if you remember a couple of months ago, the 6th District Court, which reviewed different sections of HISA, they say those sections were constitutional and there was no problem. However, this area of HISA, there is a problem. And so we got 2 separate district courts of appeals that have ruled differently. So I'm sure this will end back to the Supreme Court, and then it'll be the decision of the Supreme Court if they want to hear the case. Don't exactly know how all that'll happen or when it'll happen, probably sometime in 2027. So that's kind of where we're at today. Any questions?
Thank
Seeing
you.
no questions. Thank you, Leroy.
Thank you.
Candace, did you have a question? Nope. Permittee reports. American Greyhound Racing? Seeing no representative present at this time. County Fairs? Seeing none, we'll move on to Turf Paradise. Tom Lute?
Yep, this is Tom Luke, General Manager. Just thought I'd bring up a couple of things to the commission and those listening. I'd like to jump back to this simulcast thing for something to request it to be reviewed. Chairman or Commissioner Zucker had asked a question about these pendings, and I just want to update people on what the challenge here is. And it's an Arizona thing. Some states, other states do it, I'm sure, but not everybody. And it would be nice if we could have a annual simulcast agreement for these imports and exports. One of the challenges, one of the reasons you get pending is Dave Johnson within our office and some of his staff spend hours chasing tracks down because we do this monthly versus annually. And it really becomes a nuisance to these tracks, and they just neglect getting back to us because it requires signatures and paperwork. If you notice, in all due respect, they're always unanimously approved, and it would be an enormous savings of time, energy, and nuisance factor to all of our fellow racetracks in the United States, not having to do this every time we meet that a new track starts versus just having agreements for the year. So I'm sure it's probably some legal work that needs to be done, but I would really appreciate if you guys could look into that option. It would be very, very helpful. But in regards to the track, Brian and I meet weekly. We are spending an enormous amount of time and money fixing up the backside, which we're happy to do because it needed it. And hopefully everybody will appreciate that this fall when they come back. We are moving God knows how many tons of dirt off the grounds, and then redoing everything all the way from the shed rows to the stalls. And then we're ultimately going to paint the entire backside. So don't come and peek now because it's a mess, but come October, we hope to have a very proud backside. And we're continually doing miscellaneous things on the premises. And as I adapt to this wonderful heat here, and happy to answer any questions, but everything's moving along smoothly.
Do any of the commission members have any questions? This is not a question, it's an observation. It is delightful not to hear about or talk about water trucks and pony motors. So thank you for that. Moving on to item number 7, Optional Industry Association, Arizona Counties Racing Association. How about Arizona Quarter Horse Racing? Lloyd, are you with us?
Chairman Patty, this is Leroy Guessman again. Lloyd is not with us. He's in I believe in Georgia. He has a close friend that's not doing well and is in hospice, so he wanted to go visit him. I'm gonna, if it's okay, I'll do B and D in one report.
Yes, thank you.
I would just like to say that this is such a wonderful change to go out to the track in June and see all kinds of work going on in trying to improve the backside. It is it's amazing the stuff they're doing, and I just know that myself, I appreciate it, and not having to fight with management to get things done. I also want to just touch on the fact that management asked that all the horsemen remove all their equipment, their supplies, and everything from all the barns. The majority of the horsemen abide by that and cleaned up their barns very well and got all their equipment and everything out of the barns. However, we did have some horsemen that neglected their barns, their areas. They left junk. Didn't clean their stalls. It was very disappointing that those horsemen, I guess, left their areas in that situation. But Tom and his crew are getting everything cleaned up, and we really appreciate it. I hope the horsemen will appreciate it and do better next year. That's all I have, unless you have any questions.
Leroy, this is Candace. Or maybe it's a question for Tom. Is there a deposit or anything required of the horsemen for their barns so that there can be some kind of repercussion for their lack of care when they leave?
The best way to answer that and to be productive, as you know, we're making many changes. There have been, I would say, some procedures followed, some procedures not followed. What I will tell you, I'm probably not going to be voted as Man of the Year come October, because yes, we are making many changes on that. There will be hefty rules. We're changing the stall application. I try not to dwell on the past and the negative, but we've taken 6 of, I forget what they are, 40-foot dump trucks or those rollbacks of junk off the property at our expense because we don't have deposits. We don't have money to pay for it. Well, we do, but the trainers were not held liable. So a lot of this is being worked out right now, and it will be in writing before stall applications are accepted to terms that will be much more stricter. We think they're more in line with the industry and fair. I'm sure the public will not see it that way, but if people would like to come and see the bills that we're signing and the paying and the costs we're incurring right now because of what I would consider not a great partnership, but important to note, just like Leroy mentioned, it's probably 90%, like everything, 90% cooperated. I wouldn't say great, but 60% great, 30% good, and 10% ignored us. So it's a great question, and the best way to look at it is judge me next year, because you're going to see a much better system in place. And for those that don't want to cooperate, unfortunately, they won't be part of the Arizona racing circuit.
Excellent. Thank you, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Any further questions or discussion in that regard? Jockeys Guild, Mr. Hare, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Chairman Padish and members of the commission. Daryl here, Western Regional Manager for the Jockeys Guild. Just like to echo what Leroy said concerning Turf Paradise, just moving forward and doing the right thing. It's like a breath of fresh air, having things accomplished, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Call to the public. Is there any members of the public who want to chime in?
I had no one request.
Great. Well, not great, but thanks, Anna. Seeing as there's been no member of the public who's requested to speak, it appears that our next, I'm sorry?
Chair, if someone has their hand up, Debbie?
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. Who is it?
Debbie?
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, commissioners and director. This is Debbie Zimmerman from the Arizona Thoroughbred Breeders. And we're just doing our report.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped right over you.
Oh, that's fine. No problem.
No, I apologize.
We had our annual banquet and our breed day, which was a big success. And all of our breeders and owners awards have gone out now through May. We're glad to see all the improvements because we're here on the backside. So we are seeing all the improvements on the backside, and it is very nice to see. And that's all I have. Thank you.
I have a question, Debbie. To whom did the awards go for the
Owners and breeders.
Yes. I mean, specifically, who won?
Oh, well, we have probably 35 owners for quarter horses that received in breeders, and maybe 75 thoroughbreds
Well,
for owners and breeders.
I misunderstood the awards.
Oh. It's their breeder award and their owner award for March, April, and May.
Just for my own edification, What criteria do you use for those awards?
What am I gonna say, Burdette?
I said, what criteria?
It's 1%. It's our 1% of the handle, in-state handle.
Oh,
And that goes to owners and breeders.
okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That then takes us down to the last item on the agenda, which is to announce that the next regularly scheduled commission meeting will be held at 10 o'clock on Thursday, July 9. That's in person, assuming that the room is available. Also, arrangements can be made for those who wish to attend virtually. That completes the agenda. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Chair, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner Fritz Contreras and a second by Commissioner Coolidge. I will call the roll. Chair Padish,
Yes.
Vice Chair Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner French Contreras.
Yes.
Thank you. The time is 11:11 a.m. and the meeting has adjourned, so everyone can please exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.
all. See you next month.